Section 12.6 is how to multiply and how to divide. First of all, you want the numbers to be in polar form for multiplying and dividing. When you're multiplying, you multiply the magnitudes and you add the angles, and you want to make sure that your angles come out to between 0 and 360 degrees. So if by chance you calculate a negative angle, you have to convert it to the equivalent positive angle. If you calculate an angle that is over 360 degrees, you again just subtract it from 360 degrees and that will give you the correct positive angle. So as an example, 0.25 times an angle at 70 times 16 times an angle at 100. I multiply the magnitude, so 0.25 times 16, my angle is going to be 70 plus 100, so this comes out to 4 at an angle of 170. When you're dividing, you divide the magnitudes and subtract the angles, so it's numerator minus denominator angle. So if I have 9 at an angle of 300 degrees divided by 5 at an angle of minus 200 degrees, it's going to be 9 divided by 5, and my angles are going to be 300 minus a minus 200. That creates a double negative here, which is actually plus. So 300 plus 200 is 500. So I get 1.8, because 9 divided by 5 is 1.8. My angle is 500, but again, I have to represent it in between 0 and 360, so I take 500 degrees minus 360 degrees. That gives me 140 degrees. I went over that back in section 4.1, I believe, converting positive and negative angles. So this answer would be 1.8 at an angle of 140 degrees. If you have multiple things that you need to do, for instance, like here, 35 at an angle of 183 times 4 at an angle of 20 degrees divided by 125 at an angle of 75, you perform the multiplication and the division. So you're going to multiply 35 times 4, you're going to divide by 125, that takes care of the magnitudes. The angles 183 and 20 are added because that's multiplied, and then you're going to subtract 75 because that's how you do division. So 35 times 4 divided by 125 gives you 1.12. The angles will be 183. Let me make that 180. 183 plus 20 minus 75. That's going to give me 128 degrees. So that will be 128 degrees. So 183 plus 20 minus 75 is 128.